Here is a Panasonic NV-DS55 MiniDV camcorder. This is not in the best condition. There are some scratches there. The hand strap is missing, which might indicate that this was only used for capturing MiniDV cassettes into the computer, because on these bottom-loading MiniDV mechanisms, the hand strap tends to get into the way. The most significant problem, however, is this. There is a decorative piece supposed to go around the lens, but as you can clearly see, this is broken off. Except, I'm not sure about that. See, this is supposed to be held in place by 3 screws, and there is one screw still sticking through. The other 2 screws are missing. However, it would take some serious force to break this off, to break those 3 screws out of here. And if we look at this, there is really not a single scratch that would indicate that this camcorder was dropped, causing this to break off. So maybe somebody took this off deliberately. Anyway, I would like to take this apart before attempting to power it up, just to make sure that those screws are not somewhere down inside waiting to cause problems. Thankfully, this went a lot easier than I expected. I took out all the screws around this front piece, and then it just took some minor force to release these clips, and this whole front piece came off. The screw that was left down in here, of course, came out along with it, and I could hear the other 2 screws rattling around in here, but it took a while to find them. I took out that screw to loosen off this audio board with the microphones, and it turned out the 2 missing screws were stuck up in this corner behind this ribbon cable. So it definitely is a good thing that I checked, because those screws might have caused some problems had I powered this up. To put the camcorder back together, I'm first going to reassemble these 2 pieces. There is a sort of a rubber seal around here. That's a nice detail. Okay, that's in place, and it does line up. Let's see. Okay. The screw holes still seem to work. They are not stripped, which also indicates that this front piece was not ripped off forcefully. Yep, this screw hole is fine as well. And that is the final screw hole. And let's see, if I tighten down these screws, yep, they can be tightened down, so the screw holes are definitely okay. Let's make sure this rubber seal is where it should be. That looks good. So now I can put this back on here. Like so. Snaps in place. There is one black screw. Of course, that goes through this black section on the front. Like so. And then the other screws, they're all the same length. This one goes next to the DV port. This one going to put into the side. And the final one goes into the top. And that's it. That is the Panasonic camcorder reassembled as it should be. Of course, I don't have the power supply for this, so the next challenge will be charging this battery. This is a replacement battery, and pulling out the viewfinder revealed some more controls, and you can then take out the battery. And this battery is also a 7.2 volts lithium-ion battery. So once again, I can use a generic charger for Sony NPF type batteries to charge this battery. Here is the setup. I stuck some of the clips that are used to hold picture frames together into the terminals of the battery and connected those to the generic charger using some alligator clip leads. And it is charging as indicated by the LED, and this battery is actually getting quite warm. Not sure what to think of that. I will be keeping an eye on this while it's charging. It's a few hours later now, and the battery is fully charged. Thankfully, it did not get excessively hot, so let's disconnect it from the charger and get this out of the way. And now, for the exciting part, let's reinsert the battery into the camcorder and see. Oh, I can hear it. Something mechanical has just happened. So it is showing signs of life. Pop open the screen, and the power switch is here. Okay, oh, well, that is a pretty terrible old LCD screen, but, yep, the camera part does seem, oh, F05, I guess that is some kind of an error code. So, while the camera part seems to be working, it seems like the mechanism does have a problem. Can I eject the mechanism? Let's see. Oh. Ah, there we go. There is actually a cassette inside. And, yep, it has successfully ejected the cassette without chewing up the tape. But I heard a beep. Oh, battery is already empty. So I guess this battery is not good anymore. Let's just try to reinsert this cassette. Oh, there we go. No. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it's not threading because the battery is empty, or it's not threading because of that error. What happens? Oh, it just turned off. Let's turn it back on. Nope. Let's see. Let's take out the battery and reinsert it. Maybe that resets it. No, that's disappointing. Seems like this battery is bad. And the mechanism has some kind of a problem, as indicated by the error code. Well, I guess this first test was not successful. I put the battery back onto the charger, and of course only a few minutes later it already said that it was full. But maybe... oh, it turns straight back on. So let me change the mode. Oh no, it has not died already. We're now in VCR mode. So let's see. Is it going to fast forward? Yes, it seems to. And rewind. Yes, that seems to work. And then the battery died. So some signs of life from the mechanism despite the error message. I have recharged the battery again, and maybe if I am fast enough. Okay, it seems to be working now. Let's see what happens if I push record. It says it's recording. Okay, let's stop that. And go over into VCR mode. Press play. And it says it's recording. Okay, let's stop that. Okay, well, the battery has lasted long enough for a very quick test, and it seems like this camcorder does work. While the battery lasts, let's eject this cassette. And put in one of my old cassettes. Okay, yeah, the battery died halfway through the loading process. That's not good. I have recharged the battery one final time. Okay, it is loading. Okay, switch over to VCR mode. Close that up. Let's see if the camcorder can play back some of my old recordings. Okay, that's the end of those recordings. Let's go back. That is looking promising. Yes, that will also play back cassettes that were recorded on a different camcorder. So I would say This camcorder is most likely fine. It just needs a new battery. Okay, let's turn it off. Finally, I'd like to answer two more questions. Number one, why did I keep recharging the battery? Why did I not just rig up some sort of external power supply? Well, I tried, but it's not that easy. This camcorder does not have any standard power connector. The power supply and charger, which of course I don't have, must have connected to the camcorder via a dummy battery. And I tried to replicate that. I tried connecting a bench power supply to the battery terminals, but the only thing I got from that was a spark. I guess it does need the data pins in this. Oops. That was not good. Thankfully, it didn't do any damage. And the second question, is the 4 megabyte multimedia card still included? Let's check. Oh, there is a card in there. And indeed, it is a Panasonic 4 megabyte multimedia card. So, yep, the card is still there. Thank you for watching.